Let's rewind exactly 30 days when Masa reservations become available, because I'm not insane. Luckily, I had just enough time to snag 2 spots at the Hinoki counter for a cool $1,900. Yeah, you heard that right. And you have to pay up front. But trust me, this is about more than just sushi. This is about an experience and definitely avoiding the wrath of my wife. Additionally, if I don't make it through the next 30 days, will I lose the deposit since it's non-refundable? Well, hit the like button to see if I make it to the end. Masa is located at 10 Columbus Circle, a very posh and extravagant part of New York City, on the southwest corner of Central Park. It's up on the 4th floor, and in fact, right next to Thomas Keller's 3 Michelin Star per se. And when you're done with this review, you can watch my per se review using the link in the description below. Note what you see before you as you enter. In Japanese culture, the color blue symbolizes the sea and sky that surrounds Japan. Tranquility, serenity, and harmonious relationship between nature and humanity, which we will discuss a little bit more. Also, the curtains are called norin to indicate that the shop is open to welcome guests and also functions as a protection against sun, wind, and dust. But being inside the mall, I'm sure the environmental controls manage that for the restaurant. As you pass the curtain, a massive and intricate design 2,500-year-old cedar wood plank acted as an inviting gatekeeper to what awaits behind it. And surprisingly, for such a huge door, it swung open easily, where the staff awaited happily. As you make your way in, the staff guides you to about 20 feet away to a light beige colored sushi counter made of a solid piece of rare Hinoki. It is sanded daily to maintain its soft, porous state. It's almost like a baby's bottom. It's very impressive as you lay your eyes on a single piece that was once standing as a Japanese cypress. Behind the counter are some seasonal trees and plants that remind you of life, and what is to come is very tranquil. To the left, there is a fired up wood grill. And to the right is a small dining room that is dark, with no patrons sitting at the moment. The bar seats were comfortable, wide, and heavy, as a team helped glide you into place, almost as if locking you into an amusement park ride, but very comfortable. There were 3 sushi cutting stations, separated by 20-pound blocks of ice to keep the fish chilled. The sushi chef was more to my right side, behind the counter. As he greeted himself in Japanese, we nodded in agreement, as we did not understand the Japanese that he was saying. As we continue on, unfortunately, I have to warn you that Masa has a strict no photo policy. Not so much to keep the secrets, but to be present to eat the food right away so that you can enjoy the maximum power of the ingredients.
This has power, energy right there. I don't want you to miss that.
So for the rest of the video, you'll see a blend of memory, creativity, and the help of some software to show you what was included in the omakase, which translates to, I'll leave it up to you. There's no menu to choose items from, and keep in mind, there are no substitutions that can be made. So be aware if you have any food allergies. Just like a movie, you see the credits at the end. And with a Michelin 3-star restaurant, they provide you with a parting gift of what they served you. There are apps, the main entrees, and the dessert. Comment below what you think Masa will serve, how many dishes, and any special surprises. Now, are you ready for an experience like no other? And it better be with that price tag. I'm excited to reveal each course with you, and at the end, I will present you with an unedited version of this menu and some final thoughts. Now, let's get started with the first offering. Stone crab with sea urchin uni aioli. Imagine the sweetest, most delicate stone crab meat you've ever tasted, nestled in its own shell. Now, top it with a cloud-like aioli, rich with the ocean's brininess from the uni. One bite and you are transported to a seaside paradise. I've been looking forward to this one. Ostera caviar over tuna tartare. This is decadence defined. Creamy, buttery tuna tartare meets with the salty pop of Ostera caviar, all piled high on a perfectly toasted brioche. It's a symphony of textures and flavors that will have you closing your eyes in pure bliss. As you sit there, it's really like sitting in the front row of your favorite concert or game. Here you get to see years of experience crafting each morsel. Here is a sashimi slice. It's the freshest bonito and striped jack that practically melts on your mouth. A delicate onion and scallion puree adds to a touch of sweetness, while a whisper of soy vinegar awakens your taste buds. Each presentation just continues to build on the previous dish. Here is a small fillet encasing the most tender whitefish. From head to tail, it's light, it's flavorful, and accompanied by soy dipping sauce adds just the right amount of umami. These aren't your average steamed Norwegian stone crab legs. The steaming process intensifies the natural sweetness of the crab, and the real treat is sipping the flavorful juices from the shell afterwards. It's pure luxury. Besides the amazing food, one detail that you might notice is the lighting. Many Michelin-starred restaurants usually have a dimmer lighting for ambiance, but at Masa, the lighting was there to put the spotlight on the morsel in front of you. I'll be honest with you, this is not the most romantic restaurant. However, your date will love that you flexed some dollars here. This thinly sliced Wagyu A5 isn't just beef, it's an experience. Picture this: buttery Wagyu, so perfectly marbled it melts on your tongue. The aroma of truffle fills the air as each slice is gently placed on a heated stone, rendering some of that fat to amplify the flavors. Here's the fish consomme, a silky smooth, umami-rich broth that warms you from the inside out. It's the essence of the sea, captured in a tiny cup. Now for the main event, the sushi. Be prepared to witness true artistry of simplicity. Toro, also known as fatty tuna. It's the king of tuna, and for a good reason. The toro practically dissolves on your tongue, leaving behind a buttery, melt-in-your-mouth sensation. The shima aji, or striped jack sushi. It's clean, delicate, and refreshing. The shima aji has a slightly sweet flavor and a firm texture that provides a satisfying bite. Seared in gari. Some call it harami, some call it fluke. The searing brings out the natural sweetness of the fluke, creating a delightful contrast between the warm fish and the cool rice. After this dish, I noticed the massive bodyguards towards the sides of the counter. I felt safe. At the same time, I'm like, I don't need the security. Anyway, back to the fish. Koi tai, or sea bream, known for its delicate, slightly sweet flavor and firm, also crunchy texture. The koi tai at Masa is next level. So fresh, it practically melts in your mouth. The kinmedai, which is seared golden eye snapper. This is where the artistry of the chef shines. Searing the kinmedai enhances the natural buttery flavor, while a touch of citrus brightens each bite. For a 3-star Michelin restaurant, you might be expecting some flair to the presentation of the dishes, but by now, the 3 stars are coming from the power and simplicity that Masa wants you to receive from the food. As you watch, tell me if each morsel follows that philosophy. The ika, or scored squid. Forget any preconceived notions about chewy squid. The scoring technique used at Masa transforms the texture, making it incredibly tender and flavorful. As we sat there admiring the chef wielding that beautiful knife, it looked well balanced and very sharp. The chef said that it was a gift from Masa, called the Sujihiki, made by Masamoto, They have been making knives since 1866, and if you're interested in getting one, after watching the video, check out the link in the description below. The umami, or sweet shrimp. This delicacy lives up to its name. Imagine the sweetest, most delicate shrimp you've ever tasted, draped over perfectly seasoned sushi rice. Now for the umami, the baby shrimp head tempura. Don't let the head part scare you. This tempura is a revelation. The crispy exterior gives way to a burst of umami flavor that will have you craving for more. Coveted, or Nantucket Bay scallops, are known for their sweetness and tender texture, and at Masa, they're elevated to new heights. I'm hoping that you're enjoying this inside look, as I'm not even halfway through, and I'm already speechless. Stay tuned for the rest of this epic sushi journey, including that secret ingredient that I promised. And will I be still married by dessert? Sweet awabi, or abalone, is a true delicacy. The awabi is prized for its unique, slightly chewy texture and rich, briny flavor. Seared bluefin tuna tendon, suji, also known as the bacon. Remember that melt-in-your-mouth experience I mentioned? Multiply that by 10. This is a tuna belly at its finest, seared to perfection and bursting with umami and reminiscent of a perfectly grilled ribeye, if you can believe that. Saba, horse smoked mackerel, which is smoked in-house to achieve the perfect balance of smoky and savory. This isn't your average mackerel. It's a flavor explosion. Here's another version of Saba. It's another variety of mackerel that is prized for its rich, oily flavor. Did you know Chef Masayoshi Takayama started under the direction of sushi master Sugiyama Toshiaki at Tokyo's highly respected Ginza Sushiko. Soon after, he opened and then sold a Sushiko in LA, and in 2004 he opened up Masa. 5 years later, Michelin gave him 3 stars, and he has kept it since. He is also known to have the most expensive restaurant in the world. So far, comment below if you think it's worth it. Now to the sayori, or needlefish. This unique fish has a delicate, almost sweet flavor and slightly firm texture. It's a testament to the chef's skills in sourcing and preparing lesser-known delicacies. It's interesting that they stuck in a vegetarian option here. Imagine the earthy maitake mushrooms drenched in luxurious, rich truffle sauce. It's a flavor combination that will blow your mind. A vegetarian interlude that's anything but boring. Nago, or nagi, saltwater eel. Sweet, buttery, melt in your mouth deliciousness. The nago is expertly prepared with a hint of glaze that adds a touch of sweetness. Also, did you know that you could bring a piece of Masa's artistry into your own home? That's right. You can order Chef Masa Takayama's exquisite chinaware, the very plates and bowls that grace his legendary restaurant. Imagine serving your own culinary creations on the same exquisite tableware that has delighted diners at Masa for years. It's based on the following 7 principles of shibuya: simplicity, implicity, modesty, silence, naturalness, imperfection, and normalcy, which is perfect for the food he serves. Forget those rubbery langostinos you've had before. This is the real deal. Sweet, succulent, and bursting with flavor. Now for something truly special. Sea urchin nori taco. Imagine this, a crisp sheet of nori piled high with the freshest, most delicate sea urchin you can imagine. One bite and you'll understand why this is a Masa signature dish. So far, what are you thinking? Comment below your thoughts, and I'll definitely share my final thoughts soon. Was not expecting this one. Shaved microplaned white truffle on rice ball. This is what dreams are made of. A perfectly formed rice ball, generously showered with fresh shaved white truffles. It's an explosion of earthy, luxurious flavor that will linger on your palate long after the last bite. Toro Nori Taco, another iconic Masa creation. This time, it's that melt-in-your-mouth toro, nestled in a crispy nori shell. Not sure if I mentioned before, we can actually choose an extra course. Well, we could not resist a little more of sweet shrimp. Sometimes you gotta have more of a good thing. And when that good thing is sweet, delicate umami, there's no room for regret. Now we transition the culinary journey. Here is the lotus root roll. Basically, it acts like a palate cleanser that is both refreshing and flavorful. The lotus root is crisp and slightly sweet, a perfect counterpoint to the richness of the sushi that we've had before. I can't believe 2 hours went by so fast. And now it's time for dessert. Somewhat more of another palate cleanser. Champagne mango over a thinly sliced lime. It's sweet, tart, and utterly refreshing. This simple yet elegant dessert is a perfect way to end a meal. And traditionally in Asian culture, tea is normally hot. It's super hot buckwheat tea. It isn't your average tea. This steaming cup of buckwheat is designed to aid in digestion. Tea in general is an Asian staple post-meal. It also prepares your palate for the final act. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the grand finale. Green tea layered crepe cake with a sake bottle shaped candle. It's a work of art disguised as dessert. This delicate crepe cake is layered with the subtle sweetness of green tea and arrives with a festive candle, commemorating our special occasion. Do you remember that question I asked in the beginning of the video?
So what's the special ingredient?
It's simple. Passion. The passion of Masa Takayama himself, a culinary genius behind this unforgettable experience. Known for his dedication to perfection and innovation, Chef Masa has created a dining experience that transcends the ordinary and elevates the art of sushi to new heights. Masa isn't just a meal, it's a culinary journey that will stay with you long after the last bite. Now, was it worth the price tag?
Here was what was served.
Based on the ingredients that you see before you, it came out to the $950 per person, which included the tip. And with a couple non-alcoholic drinks along with the tax, the final cost of the meal came to $2,123.07. Service was amazing, over the top. Most importantly, I get to enjoy something like this with someone I love. And yes, I'm still married.
I can't wait for the